Hey guys, Davita here, and today I wanted to share with you how to break through fear in your life. And fear is one of the most debilitating things that a human being can go through. It is the thing that keeps us caged in, that does not allow us to project an authentic self, a self that is aligned with our truest values, with our dreams, with what makes our heart move with excitement, that allows us to experience joy. It's a thing that keeps us isolated, away from people, away from our path, and it actually promises to protect us in some way. So fear is just something we've learned. It's a type of behavior, it's a type of thinking that tells us if you just stay here, if you stay within your comfort zone, then you're going to be safe. And if you go outside your comfort zone, then you're going to be unsafe. Things are going to go wrong. Things are going to go wrong like they did another time in your life when you pushed beyond your comfort zone. And so this is just conditioning. This simply is something we have unconsciously taken in and come to believe is true. And the more we give into fear, the more powerful it becomes. It becomes a source that tends to direct our life. And we live more and more inwardly, and we express ourselves less and less in the world. And we also have a tendency to live below our full potential. So we create a life of safety and stability, but we sacrifice joy and passion and our true being. So, how can we truly overcome fear? And there's a very simple way to do this. Last week I talked about passion, discovering what your heart and soul really wants in this life. And this kind of want is not the materialistic want that says, if you could just be here, or you could just be this, or you could just get that, you'd be enough. It's more an expression of who you already are and finding that perfect way, your special gift to express that in the world. So that's what passion means. That means looking deep within ourselves and looking for what makes us unique, what makes us beautiful, and then bringing that to the world in a meaningful way. And we link that up with purpose, a sense of service, contributing to our world, to reality, to make this a better place than we found it. So when we find these things, how can we push past the resistance to actually taking action? Because it's all good and well to decide, okay, this is my purpose in life, this is my path, it's my passion, I'm excited. And then all of a sudden, here comes a wall of resistance, the excuses, the rationalizations, all the reasons why we cannot follow up. And that's what says, I'm going to keep you safe. Just stay here. You're good as you are. You're good not moving towards passion. You're good not moving towards joy because at least you're stable. And stability, after a long time, eventually turns into a form of misery because we've given up on ourselves. We've given up on a part of ourselves that was here for a purpose. And when you give up on that part of yourself, the joy in your life begins to disintegrate, and you begin to live for other people. You begin to live within roles that really have no meaning for you anymore. And your life starts to become less and less filled with a sense of purpose. So we don't want to give in to fear. So how to break through? The first step is, let's ask the fear. So the voice in your head that's saying, don't do this, let's ask why. Why should I not do this? What are you afraid of? And usually you'll get an answer. You're going to disrupt my life. This isn't worth it. There'll be a couple rationalizations that this voice will give you. And then we want to point out to this voice, but what would happen if we never followed through with this? Let's take ourselves a year down the line, 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years, and let's look at our lives when we refuse to break through our fears. And so basically in your mind, just visualize the effects of staying status quo, of refusing to move forward. And then when you get to what will probably be some really painful and difficult future visions of your life, You have to ask this voice, is this what you want? Do you want to suffer in this way? Do you want more of this mediocre existence, this meaningless life? Because that's the unconscious part of fear. It unconsciously creates a life that makes us feel worse and worse and worse, and makes the fear more and more powerful. And in all likelihood, this voice is going to say, no, I don't want this. So then we say to the voice, okay, I understand how you are trying to protect me. This is something you learned to do. But this is not making us happy. This is not bringing us the safety we thought it was going to bring us. Instead, it's just bringing us more and more cycles of pain and suffering and undermining our authenticity. And it's making us like a robot, something that's not self-aware. And that's no way to live life. So let's change the belief system that our dreams are fearful. Let's make our dreams purposeful. Let's make our dreams joyful. Let's make our dreams the rush of blood to our system that gives us energy to wake up in the morning, that gives us energy to serve this world. Let's really go into the heart of passion and engage it and use that energy to move past. And you'll see what happens here is that fear, the voice of fear at least, will give you a little way, and you just give gratitude to that voice. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm just going to take a little step forward. And if you trust me, then you'll see how much joy this is going to bring. But I'm not going to make this too extravagant, too over the top for you. Let's just take a little step towards the direction of our dreams, and we will always be able to readjust and make sure that we maintain some level of certainty and then some level of spontaneous growth in our life. And that balance is what we need as human beings to be happy. So that's how you break through fear. It's inner dialogue. Instead of just listening to the voice or getting mad at the voice, that critical voice of fear, let's engage it in a loving way, in a rational way, in a cooperative way. And once you have this kind of discussion, then when you have that little opening within yourself, move on it. Move into the next reality in your life that's more aligned with your path and purpose, and you'll find that your life becomes more and more imbued with a sense of joy every day, just by these little actions. So it's basically following up with yourself, being there for yourself, being kind to yourself, allowing yourself to have joy in your life, instead of just forcing yourself to just maintain whatever it is you have, work, family, roles, obligations, responsibilities. It's giving this creative part of yourself a chance to breathe. And it's creativity and joy that actually gives life to every other process. So we have to respect it, and we have to allow it to prosper. So that's my advice on how to break through fear when we're following our passions. And I really hope this is helpful to you guys, and I'll be creating a hypnosis that will help with this too. It'll be on the next video. So have a beautiful day, and wishing you your heart's desires become manifest.